learned all of this delicately after many days. So to have an attitude like, well, if you don't qualify, that's wrong. You know what I'm saying? Because if you were a baby and somebody did that to you, you wouldn't make it. You see what I'm saying? So, you can't be like that, though. You can't carry on as if it's wrong, for another person to think, or to try to figure it out. You want to encourage them, and being challenging doesn't necessarily mean being against them. You could be challenging yourself, and they could be leaning in to get more than they paid for and get zapped and have to learn a lesson because they were trying to steal what you're earning. You see what I'm saying? It's a difference. When you're earning, it's a big difference between you earning and somebody stealing. Somebody taking something that doesn't belong to them, using it and calling it their own, whatever it is. They know it's wrong, but they're doing it because, maybe they don't have a choice. Maybe they're like, yeah, I just don't have a choice. This is all I got. And, if that's the case, then there it is. But it doesn't mean, there you go. It doesn't mean that they are bad people. It just means that they need to make a better decision. Any amount of disrespect is wrong. Okay, remember that. Any amount. It doesn't take a certain amount. Any amount is wrong. Period. If you're doing something that you wouldn't want someone to do to you, it's wrong. I don't care how you frame it. You may say, well, no, because it's not about no because. It's wrong because if you had to go through that, you wouldn't like it and you wouldn't want it to happen. So, you know what I mean? That's the bottom line. If you're not going to stand for it, I'm not going to stand for it. But I'm not going to go out of my way to negate what you're doing. I'm just going to keep going with the prayer that you realize you need to clean that up, clean up your act, and get it right. And if you don't get it right, may you learn your lesson so that you get it right. Because we don't have time for that. We don't have time for you trying to get in the way and do all that. We're trying to make a difference here, man. And get out of here safely. We don't want to get out of here bad. Whereas a catastrophic incident and 3 people, you don't want that, because there are people who have paid to be protected if that ever happened. Tremendous amounts of money, and they have paid to be able to deal with that at the right time. They paid for that. So they're not concerned, and you don't want it to get that bad. You can fix it, man. You can change. The Lord has a way it's going to go, but you still can fix it. You can still make it better, regardless. Because, like I said, the way I grew up, you see this morning, you see 2 different people growing up 2 different ways. One person grew up in one environment, another person grew up in another environment. So, in one environment, that behavior is justified. Justified, is normal, is playful. It's even encouraged to toughen you up and get you strong for life. In another environment, it's totally unacceptable. It's just not acceptable at all. So, the middle ground of that is to, have a difference, not a disagreement, but just a difference of opinion. You see what I'm saying? But it doesn't mean that is wrong.